So today we're hunting potatoes. Now here, the problem with potatoes is that they can be a little elusive. You know, they're kind of tricky to narrow down. So the key to catching them is to keep your eyes open for any like subtle signs that, hey, there might be potatoes this direction. It takes a keen eye to find them, but when you see them, you know what they are. And so we're gonna be hunting potatoes today. Oh, look at this right here. Yeah, so this is the kind of stuff I was talking about. You know, it's not the easiest to point out, but looks like there might be a little potato run that goes this way, so we're gonna go check it out, and hopefully this is gonna lead us to something good. Now, when we're moving up on potatoes, we want to be pretty quiet, so we're going to try and sneak our way through here. Now, it looks like we might have something up ahead, so we're going to take a look at that. There's a lot of brush in the way, so it's obscuring my vision here, so it's a little difficult to see what the potatoes may be hiding at, so you want to be as quiet as possible. We don't want to alert the potatoes to our location. Okay, we're coming up on something that looks promising here. We've got to be careful to see what's going on with this one. So it's looking like somewhere. I think I see him right in there. Like I said, it's a little tricky to spot, but it's looking like that might be them right there. So now this is the part where things really get difficult, because the potatoes, once they're alerted to your position, you know, you gotta act quick. So I'm gonna try and make a move on the potatoes here, and hopefully we'll get them first shot. Because chasing down a sack of potatoes is not the easiest thing to do. Like I said, I'm going to try and run up on them here. So the trick is to act fast. Right over here. So you're gonna watch me here. This method I call the surprise attack. So what you're gonna be doing is you're just gonna try and take action before the potatoes have any opportunity to make a move. I don't know if you can see the potatoes, they're pretty hidden. I'm going to try and sneak up on them right now. Look at that. Look at that one. Right there. Look at this. Now that's a keeper if I've ever seen one right there. Now that we've caught our potatoes here, I figured we might as well go into you know, the methods and processes of processing processes of processing these potatoes here, you know, in the field. Now I will warn you that if anyone is a little squeamish, this part may be something you want to skip. It can get a little gory. So let's open one of these up. Alright, so the first thing I like to do is kind of clear out a little bit of a workspace here for, you know, to work with. This is my workspace. Set that down, and I've got my pack on me, and inside I've got my gear. So the only thing you really need for this is a good knife. So open that up. We're gonna kind of just want to make a slight incision, just kind of across the top here. So we're just gonna go in very gently and slice our opening right there. We can go and take one of these out. Now this is the part where you got to be careful. What you want to do is you want to peel away this outer layer of skin that's here, and then you want to keep that fleshy inside. Now potatoes tend to be rather firm when they're raw like this, but there are multiple methods of cooking them to kind of resolve that. You know, so we'll get into that a little bit later, but for right now we're gonna focus on just the field prepping of, you know, your potatoes to make sure the you know, you're not taking home that excess waste that you can just leave behind. So right here, like I said, you want to get rid of this outer layer of skin, so you're just gonna kind of slip your knife in here, real shallow, and just slowly work the skin off like so. Now with practice you can probably do this a lot quicker. They do make some specialty tools to help you with this process, but you know what, a knife works perfectly fine. So you're just going to carefully peel away. You're not trying to take away too much, you just want to remove the skin. You know, you don't want to take away much more than that, because everything underneath this skin is good to eat. So as you can see here, we have these, you know, this white kind of inside layer. That's what you want to be eating there, and this outside skin, you know, you're gonna be peeling off, just ever so gently. So, you know, we're gonna keep working this, and now that we've kind of got the gist of it down, that's really all there is to it. You know, you're just gonna slowly work this skin off of the potato, and you know, as you get more skilled, you can kind of pick up the pace, but you just want to be careful. You know, knife safety is an important thing, and we're just gonna slowly work the skin off the potato here. And we can talk about, you know, ways of potentially cooking this. You know, I'm sure that if you're watching this video and you're trying to get out there and hunt potatoes for yourself, that you've probably had potato before and you know some ways that it's been cooked. But just in case, you know, maybe I could give you some new ideas. You know, you can kind of take these, and what you can do is you can boil them in water, and when you boil them in the water, they soften up a bit, and from there you can mash them up and make sort of like a mashed potato. And you know, it doesn't sound all that appetizing, but it can be quite good. You know, you add some cream into the mix there, maybe a little bit of cheese, and you've got quite a pleasant dish. You could also fry your potatoes. You know, cut them up into smaller slices and make these sort of like thin, like almost like, you know how with like green beans, you have like French styled green beans where you like cut them up. Where you can cut up the potatoes and make like a French like cut potato that's fried, like a, you know, like a French fry. So, you know, just gonna those are some options for you there. There's a lot of ways that you can cook a potato, and you know, I'm not really the chef extraordinaire here, so I'm not going to tell you how you should be cooking your potatoes, but I will show you how to prepare your potatoes, you know, so that you're not having these potatoes with all this leftover potato skin, you know, at the end of the day. And you can just leave it out here in the field, you know, and these potatoes, you know, this way you're kind of giving back a little bit from what you're taking. You know, you're taking the potato, but you're leaving the skin, and so that's going to go back into the ecosystem here, and this way you're not taking the entire potato, you know, you're taking what you need, and then the ecosystem can get some of what it needs as well. So I like to try and field prep my potatoes whenever possible. But you know, if you think that this may be a little tricky, or you're not going to be prepared for this kind of situation when you are out in the field, you know, that's fine, but I do recommend it. Of course, it is, as I said, entirely up to you. This being said, as you can see here, I've just about worked off all the skin on this side, so I do have a little bit to go on this side here, but just about done, as I said. And once this one's done, you can put it, you can just put it right back into the bag here, and you know, we made that slight incision so that the whole bag is not just totally opened up, and you can just put the potatoes right back in the bag that you put them in, and then if you want, you could even throw them into a separate bag that you've brought. But I think that's just about everything I really wanted to show you guys about this. As I said, it's a pretty simple process. Now, the hardest part of this whole thing is, of course, tracking down the potatoes. But once you've got there, you know, like a potatoes trail, you're in a good spot. It may take a couple tries for you to really narrow your skills at using, you know, the surprise tactic on the potatoes. You may not get it first try. I definitely lucked out today getting my potatoes on the first try here, but it doesn't always happen like that. And you know, if you don't get on your first try, don't be discouraged. You know, like I said, it is difficult to track the potatoes back down, but once you do have their trail again, it's the same process. You just sneak up on them, use the surprise tactic, and everything should be golden. You know, I wish you luck, and I hope that this video has helped you out a bit, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. So thank you very much.